period. I mean, they're not playing games. These, I don't know if people understand me. I don't just get up here for effect and say they're planning to kill you and your family. I mean, are you seeing all over the news how they're talking about eugenics and population control? Hillary in India 2 days ago called for global family planning to lower carbon footprints and said that was the best way. I mean, this is real. Hitler was real. Stalin was real. Mao was real. They're the norm in the world. Freedom is the rare exception. And it's getting taken from us, folks, by this band of crooks.
We're on the march. The empire's on the run. Alex Jones and the GCN Radio Network.
Monday through Friday from 11 a.m. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. 4 hours. We're here live. We're going to start going live at prisonplanet.tv at 12:30 Central for the last 2.5 hours of this live worldwide transmission. Got a lot of video clips and audio clips coming up, but let's continue right now with your calls. Brian in New Mexico, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. I just want to get right to the point here. I've been being followed by these sick bastards for about 6 months. I'm 38. I was born and raised in Minnesota, and we uncovered some things in Arizona that were going on. I'm sure you heard about the E. coli and the vegetables and the lettuce and stuff. Well, we
sure. That's the field workers defecating on the food.
No, actually, it's not, Alex. We live.
Oh, they're using sewage to water it?
Yes, exactly. They're using sewage to water everyone's vegetables all winter long, and we were exposing this, and they started
What's wrong with that?
They're following us with fucking black helicopters.
All right, I'm going to let you go, sir. All right. All we got is a lot of dope-smoking listeners, folks. They just think they can call up here and do whatever they want. So you're banned from the show, pal. That's your problem. It is no secret that they water the vegetables with sewage. And it's no secret that that's why people are getting sick and dying. And there's no secret that the globalists love it because that's their rule. They create the crisis. They offer the solution. It's just that simple. And I remember in 1996, the school lunch program headlined that thousands, I remember the exact, I think it was 6,000 students get hepatitis C from bad berries. But I had the Washington Post article, I remembered it. And there was a big scandal because the federal government was buying the school lunch program berries because they were packaging federal meals that were being shipped to some of the schools. And the berries were sprayed with human waste that had live hepatitis and other nasty things in it. And then it was being flash frozen. And so when it was unfrozen, your children were getting fresh hepatitis. Well, if you're against fresh hepatitis, you must be anti-American. Criticize the government, you're helping Al-Qaeda. You're not allowed to protest. Protesting helps Al-Qaeda. I've actually seen the Deputy Attorney General of California say that. No anti-war protest permits will be given out by the state. Oh, yes, because the war is fighting Al-Qaeda, and so if you're protesting the war, you're aiding Al-Qaeda. So you can't make up the level of their tyranny. Oh, it's pointless. But anyways, so they create the crisis of all over Mexico, where we're getting a lot of our food now, but also some in the United States, of spraying the crops with untreated sewage. And then the workers also do things in the fields, don't wash their hands, you get the picture. And then when it gets here, they say for months, we don't know why the cabbage, and we don't know why the lettuce, and we don't know why the squash and we don't know why the spinach is giving people hepatitis and giving people all these other things. We don't know why. And of course, later it did come out in the news it was the sewage. But now they're federalizing food production and making food producers in the United States that are left jump through all these hoops and all these taxes and all these regulations and all this certification and animal ID and premises ID and water restrictions and carbon taxes are coming down now, further destroying U.S. agriculture. But then Mexico and all the other NAFTA and GATT countries, they have none of those restrictions on when it comes in. See, all the restrictions are written for small farms, small ranches, and to shut down small organic operations. Just, in the name of stopping hepatitis and salmonella and the rest of it, it has nothing to do with these small operations in the United States. In fact, under the bill that's left committee in the House that we've been covering the last few months, it will shut down all of the organic farming because no manure is allowed. No raw manure from cows or pigs or bats. They mine guano, some of it hundreds of years old, totally clean, totally good. Mix it into the soil when you plant. It's what agriculture's done for 6,000 plus years. No! But you want to spray right out of the sewage tap, human feces on it, buddy, you can just have a great time. See, everything's sick. It's all sick. Tyson Chicken lobbies for years and gets the animal ID. They've got facilities of millions and millions of chickens, giant buildings with hundreds of thousands of chickens per building, and some facilities, hundreds of buildings. So how many chickens is that? Is that in the millions? Hundreds of millions of chickens are eaten every month in this country. And most of them are produced by three big chicken producers, Tyson chief among them. #1 chicken producer in the world, Tyson now. And he got the laws passed where he didn't really have to have clean, healthy meat. He could just radiate it. Really bad for the nutrition of it, linked to all sorts of problems, but so what? The big three producers of chicken got the laws passed where they can spray live viruses. In fact, Google that for me. I've been mentioning that the last few weeks. People won't believe it. Google viruses sprayed on meat. It'll pull up Reuters and AP. I want to just read that headline when you bring it to me. Thanks. So they can spray viruses that are basically a vaccine to kill bacteria. But then they've done studies on all the other viruses and RNA and DNA, for that matter, from the tissue they're growing these viruses on. Dead monkeys, dead babies. Got big tanks of dead babies, dead monkeys. It's all milled up, churned up. And then they grow these viruses on it. And then a bunch of other viruses and microplasms breed. But as long as the slime they create has the one virus in it that eats the bacteria, they're happy. And it's called in Latin flesh-eating bacteria. Or flesh-eating virus, excuse me, that eats the bacteria. So they spray this flesh-eating virus onto your meat. There it is, viral meat spray. ABC News, that's a good one to have. Maybe folks will believe ABC News exists. FDA okays bacteria-eating virus, exact headline I told you, to treat meat. Preparation targets microbes that kill hundreds of people a year. Absolutely. Don't have meat inspectors anymore. They've cut back on those. They allow them now to pump water into beef and chicken, so you're paying for water. That was illegal for 100 plus years. They allow them to spray viruses on the meat. They allow them to radiate everything. And Tyson Chicken and others get one tag per 100,000 chickens. One tag per building. That's kind of like once you make more than $5 million a year, your taxes drop way down. But they tell all these average poor people out there, we're going to get the rich people. We're going to tax people making over $125,000 a year apiece or $250 per couple. Hey, that's the tiny middle class that actually comes in your restaurant and buys the food. You see these waitresses and people that have an attitude against the kind of nouveau riche yuppies that come in and buy food and buy wine and buy fancy shoes.